Today we're going to discuss the organization of our tool bag and what tools we should take with us on every service call. In my tool bag I'm going to keep the Quantum battery replacement kit accessory, which allows us to utilize a battery that we have on hand to actually power an actuator to move it into a position that will allow for access to the battery board. Next thing is the adapter that I showed you how to make for testing the batteries through the charging port and how to test the charger at the same time. Next is our multimeter. I'm going to place this on the other side, wrapped up neatly. Next is going to be cutting items. I generally keep 1 to 2 pairs of scissors, heavy duty, right here in the side, and a pocket knife for cutting boxes and lines and anything that might get in the way. Next thing I'm going to talk about is my Allen type ratchets. So I keep loaded in my ratchet the 4mm Allen wrench because it's the most commonly used in most of the accessories and things that we put on a wheelchair or take off of a power wheelchair. Next we're going to look at which sockets we're going to use. Now I keep some common sockets on the sticks, and they go here and here, and the way I have the sticks set up is so that when I reach in, I know that this one with the short extension is my 1/2 inch, which is common for taking off wheels, and this 17mm will be right above it, and this is what I utilize to actually do the center of gravity adjustments in all the Q6. Next is a very handy tool. It is the vice grips. I use these specifically for grasping the turnbuckle barrel on the back of a Q6 Edge armrest before tightening the jam nut with the small crescent wrench. Next is a large pair of channel blocks, which I keep here. So the last tools for this side are my split ring spreader, a pair of wire strippers and cutters, and needle nose pliers. Now for the bottom of the bag, I'm going to have a small hacksaw blade holder. I'll place it in the bottom of the bag to always have on hand. A large file for filing off rough edges or to profile the head of bolts that need to be extracted, which we saw in a video already. Next is going to be cutting items. I generally keep 1 to 2 pairs of scissors, heavy duty, right here in the side, and a pocket knife for cutting boxes and lines and anything that might get in the way. Next, I have a set of easy outs that I use with the drill that I keep in the van for extraction of bolts that have been broken. Last thing on the outside is a pair of heavy-duty pliers with a cutter, like a side cutter. I put that in there. Measuring tape, which I have a loop on. I hang that over my channel locks on the other side so that I can see it, and it's very easily accessible. I also will keep a rubber mallet for tapping things into place, and it will be right in the tool bag there. And finally, I generally will have a Quantum programmer inside my bag for programming Q6 edges and forefronts when necessary. The last thing I like to do is I like to recommend that we have a couple of small bags of miscellaneous nuts and bolts that will help us get through some tough spots when we get out in the field and don't have access to our shops. Just a small bag, not big boxes, just a couple of small bags of miscellaneous bolts and nuts stuck in there. They can be a day saver. So with your tool bag organized like this, you will have available to you every tool that's necessary for completing the task and activities in the video library. By organizing it in a similar fashion and keeping it organized like this, it will make you much more efficient in the field, trimming 20% or more time off of your repairs. Thank you.